No separation. No, we should seek counseling. None of this. He said, no, I want to pursue a more meaningful relationship. That is a quote that has never left my mind. So marriage number 2. We met, making a long story short, after my dad died, I was too emotionally upset to keep my job in the automobile business, too much responsibility. So I took a job in a local shop. It had a pool table and a men's store and a women's store. And so I worked in the ladies' store. I stopped for a while. When I came back, these 2 wonderful women, true Jewish mothers, said, we'd love you back in our department, but you'll never meet anyone here. We want you to go in the men's department where you'll meet somebody. And that's how I met husband number 2, of which I was his wife number 3. He left number 1 for a very glamorous number 2, and number 2 left him for a very glamorous husband. And 4, I really had a good life. Now here was a marriage of good partners. We were really good partners. Perhaps not a fabulously passionate,
but practical
relationship, but there was a regard and respect for one another. He had, he had a lot of baggage, ex-wives, children, alimony, elderly parents. It was a lot of baggage. I didn't have kids. My ex-husband was completely out of the picture. My family never got involved in any of my stuff. But anyway, it went on. We lived together 3 years. We were married for 10. So after 13 years, we've moved into this wonderful, beautiful apartment on top of Neiman Marcus in Chicago. And he... at this time, I wasn't working. And so when he would go to work in the morning, he would leave these little Post-its with the smiley face and I love you. And
how sweet.
Yeah, and that one night he came home after doing this and he said, I want a divorce.
Lois, no. That's a Sex and the City episode, basically. Oh, my God.
No kidding. I said, what? Now, no separation. No, we should seek counseling. None of this. He said, no, I want to pursue a more meaningful relationship. That is a quote that has never left my mind. So I had suspected, women know, you really know girls, It was about 3 months that I felt, something was happening. So I said to him, you really find somebody you've been seeing for a few months being a more substantial relationship? He said, yes. I said, do you really? He said, yes. I said, well, do you think you're going to be happy? He said, yes. I said, you know what? Go. Now, for all of you out there that think that this was a cavalier statement on my part, it wasn't. I was in the fetal position for 5 years after that. But let me tell you the reason why I said go is because I know once a person wants out, whether it's a job or a relationship, and they express this to you, listen to what they're saying, because they're only going to do it again. And I simply could not live with waiting for that other shoe to drop.
No, I think that makes sense.
That was shocking, but I'll tell you, what stayed with me was when he said, I haven't loved you for 5 years.
Oh, my God.
That, I think that hit me more than anything because for 4 years and 9 months, I was clueless. And all these years later, and it is almost the anniversary, the 35th anniversary of his walking out. I kind of wonder if it just wasn't his way of being hurtful. And,
Sure.
I mean, if that was the case, why get involved in building, an elaborate apartment?
No,
None of
I
that makes sense.
I think you're right that you know what? It makes me wonder. You saying go doesn't make him go. Well, what the hell? We have
Well, I think he expected, my carrying on, and I did carry on. I really did carry on. I couldn't stop crying, and as I said, I was in the fetal position.
Right.
I was numb. I was, and I really, I kind of stayed that way for a number of years.